going. We're good.
Welcome to the first episode of Poppers and Popcorn, the podcast that brings rainbow to every color of the rainbow to every movie that we decide that we want to do that with.
Okay, yeah.
I'm Matt.
I'm Josh.
Great. How are you, Josh?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. I'm like not like the soberest right now, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm here.
It is. What is it? It's daylight savings day, and it's not morning anymore. Mm-mm. So no judgment. You're allowed to not be
like
sober.
Noon right now.
Well, technically, it's like 1.
Time is a man-made construct. So,
all right. So, this is our first podcast.
Yes.
And so, let's talk about like why we wanted to do this a little bit.
Yeah. Let's do it.
You start.
Okay. So it was really funny because originally I had an idea. I was like flirting around with the idea of just like starting a podcast since I want to say like for about like a year now, but like for a while I didn't know what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I just knew I wanted to speak. It was really just so I could hear myself speak, honestly. I don't know, but like I had no clue like what I wanted to do or like how I wanted to do it. I was just like, well, let's figure something out. Like I'll stable it down. I remember I was like texting friends and was like, if I started a podcast, would you listen? And people were like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, whatever. And like I was asking people like, what are some things that people like to talk about? What are some things people like to do? And then I thought about it for a while and I was like, well, the thing that really clicked it all down for me, Nicki Minaj's Queen Radio.
Really?
Okay, so here's what happened. In the beginning of the summer, she was having like a mental breakdown. Mm-hmm. And
she was.
In the middle of that breakdown is where I've like found my inspiration. I was like, what if I did this? But just I was like, what if I had a breakdown, but like also like in the middle, like talked about movies, but like it would be like, the way I thought about it would be like me like kind of like crazy ranting for 20 minutes and then like going, I really like this movie, you should see it, and then talking about the movie and then like ranting for another 20 minutes and then just like signing off. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do that. And I remember I posted that status as like a joke, and then that's when you wrote to me.
Right. And
before we talk about that, what made you want to start a podcast?
I don't know. I listen to a lot of podcasts, you know, and that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's a new venture for me. Yeah. I mean, I'm a film critic. We should introduce that too. Yes. Josh is a filmmaker. I'm a film critic.
You're a critic, yes.
So I thought it was a really good idea for when you posted. Josh posted a status on Facebook that was like, I want to start a podcast where I'm like just queening out about movies, and I was like, you know what, that sounds like fucking perfect. Like, let's just do it. So I listen to a lot of podcasts about movies. I listen to a lot of podcasts about like sex and gay stuff. And you just don't hear that come together ever. So I really wanted to bring that together in a certain way. And I think that we have that way.
Yeah, I think so. And it's really interesting because like a lot of the podcasts I listen to are like, I listen to like Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert. Mm-hmm. I listen to Joe Rogan like a lot.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, I listen to like a Drag Race podcast with Alaska and Willem. I listen to like a Sibling Rivalry, Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange's podcast, which is another really good one. But like a lot of the podcasts I listen to are all very like different in their goals, you know? And like I was like, well, why don't I just throw something in the hat that I know I'd listen to?
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like
I mean, this, like, if I had a podcast, if I knew of a podcast like this, I'd
go for it. Yeah,
I would 100%
immediately. I would.
So I mean, you know, and we're gonna solve that problem. Hopefully,
we're 100% going to. I'm so excited.
Okay, so Josh and I know each other.
Let's do like a brief history lesson.
We went on what did we meet on, Tinder?
Yeah, I think so. It's like 4 years ago?
It was 3 or 4 years ago. We met on Tinder like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, we went on one date.
We went on one real date. And we hooked up after, right?
Yeah, somewhat. It wasn't like we didn't go like all the way. We've never fucked. Yeah.
No. We've never had sex. But I don't know. I mean,
but then it's also really funny. It's super funny because like we also have never like really talked after that. Like,
no, we hooked up again.
We did like
maybe 2 years later.
Yeah, like a while later.
I was living in a different apartment, I believe. Oh no, it was
living in the same apartment.
No, that's sad. That was a terrible apartment.
No, but like but like we hadn't like ever like spoken. Like I feel like the most I've spoken to you since we conceptualized this podcast.
Oh, easily. No. Yeah. So yeah,
That's just like a brief history. So the thing is, like, we don't really know each other.
No.
And that's what I think is also really fun about this podcast, is that we're getting to know each other as we're doing this.
Right. I mean, one of the things that, like, I remember when we were going on a date, I was like, oh, well, he really likes movies.
Well, I was in film school at the time, which is really funny.
Yeah, and I don't know what I was doing. I was probably, like, floundering, trying to write reviews on. I have a blog that I write reviews on. I'll plug it at the end. Don't worry.
Yeah. Plug it. We're gonna plug all of our stuff.
I'm gonna plug all my shit. Don't you worry.
I'm sure you will.
Oh my god! I used my butt plug yesterday.
Before or after you went to Stonewall?
Oh, way before.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
I thought like you popped it and went to
It's
Stonewall.
really. It was. Oh my god!
And
no.
you showed them
That
what the
would be kind of
riots are really
amazing.
like.
Oh my god. No, it's my butt plug was really cold yesterday when I had it in.
Oh, did you like leave it on the window, like outside, like on the windowsill?
No, it's just my room is just cold.
Oh,
and
you didn't refrigerate it before.
I didn't refrigerate.
Like,
oh my god,
really good
imagine.
sensation.
Ooh, fuck. Can I pause to go?
Yeah, just go like run into the fridge real quick.
All right, so we wanted to start with us like doing a brief little interview with each other.
Yes.
So we each came up with 5 questions. We don't know the 5 questions that we all came up with for each other. I mean, mine are like simple, but
mine are also pretty simple.
Okay, cool. So let's start. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time. Mm-hmm. It is a film called Comet by Sam Esmail. Mm-hmm. It's got Justin Long, Emmy Rosen.
That's the Mr. Robot guy, right?
Yeah, it's the Mr. Robot guy. He's also got some really good stuff in the works. I love that man. He's like an amazing director. He's actually very inspirational. Like, he's an inspiration to me. But that's my favorite.
How much of
Mr.
Mr. Robot did he direct? Do you know?
He created it, and I know he did. He's done like a handful of episodes, but he's kind of hands off with it now.
Fair enough. I mean, it's not a great show, but
yeah.
Anyway,
but like, so it's one of my favorite movies. Like, I remember it dropped on Netflix 2015, and I remember sitting at home one day and just like flipping through, and like I saw like Emmy Rosen on a screen with Justin Long, and I was like, oh, I like these two people. And I remember that summer that it was on Netflix, I saw that movie over 200 times.
Oh my god, wow.
Over 200 times. Like, I made friends watch it. I made like anyone, like, I have the poster on my wall. Like, it's truly that real for me. Like, it actually has become like my favorite
movie. It's so rare for somebody to be like, this is my favorite movie, and for me to like not have any relationship with the movie. Yeah,
so that's one of the things I really like about it. Is it was a festival movie, and I don't think it ever got bought. So it never got like bought. Like, it never had like a theater release.
Huh.
I think it was just one of those things where Sam was like, he raised money for it and then like shipped out DVDs to people. Like, I mean, it got like, I think it was bought in Canada, but I don't think I know it didn't have a US release.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah, because it got also taken off of Netflix fairly quickly.
Do you have a way to watch it now?
Oh, I have it on DVD.
Oh, you have a copy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I listen to the commentary often. That's also one of the things. I love listening to the commentary on a DVD.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm a commentary person.
Really?
I'll watch a movie.
I don't think I've ever listened to any commentary.
I'll watch a movie straight through twice, and then I'll watch it with a commentary on.
Really? Huh. I'm sure there are movies that I would actually like... I'm actually, I mean, this movie's going to get brought up like a million times on our podcast, but I would love to listen to Rian Johnson's commentary on The Last Jedi.
Oh, that would be cool, actually.
That would be really, really
You know what's
cool.
also like a really cool one? A really cool commentary, if you ever get the chance? Mm-hmm. Reno 911, the movie.
Oh my god.
So here's the thing. They have 2 versions of the commentary. No, they have 3, because they split the cast in half, because there's like 8 of them, so 4 of them, but they're in character doing the commentary.
That's awesome.
And then there's a tertiary one where it's the director, Tom Lennon, and I forget who the third. It might be Niecy Nash. That they're actually doing actual commentary. Huh. But like when you listen to them in character talk about what's happening, as if like they're watching their own documentary. Oh, it's fucking gold.
That is amazing.
Superbad also has really good commentary.
Really? I didn't know that. I mean, I think the Before trilogy is that's one of my favorites.
Okay.
And I love the way Richard Linklater talks. Mm-hmm. So I imagine that those commentaries are really, really good.
So now I'm going to ask my question
Please
to you.
do.
So my question is actually kind of similar to yours, but as a child, what was your favorite movie as a child?
As a child?
That's where I was going to go with it. You can tell a lot about a person based on what their favorite movie as a child is.
Okay. What do we define as child?
I don't know. Like, when you were at your happiest and maybe like 10.
10ish. Okay, 10ish.
I mean, those kids right there at the park that we're looking at, like,
there's a
maybe
park
their
outside of my
age. There's
window.
a park
Okay.
outside his window. Maybe
So like
their age.
10, 11.
Yeah.
Back then,
Back in the
I
olden
would
days.
say probably the original Jurassic Park.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Because Jeff Goldblum.
I don't think I had like had my sexual awakening yet.
I probably did, because that man melts me.
I mean, that one shot of him lounging is, I mean, it's amazing.
Iconic.
Yeah. No, it was probably Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Which, like, I mean, I feel like a lot of 90s kids had that as their favorite for a long time. But no,
I
Jurassic
think I was
Park,
a really weird kid.
it was definitely a movie that when I was 10ish, 11ish, okay, so 10ish, 11, it was what, for me, that was probably like 2000, 2001. Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
You were 10 in 2001?
Yeah, I was born 1991.
We are not that far apart in age.
Oh, we aren't?
I was born in 93. I'm about to be 25.
When you turn 25? In November?
December. I got a late birthday.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so we're not that far.
Yeah, we're not that far apart. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I was like 8 when you were 10.
Right.
You make it seem like we're like light years away from each other.
Fair enough. But no, we in 2001ish. That was about when Lord of the Rings was about to come out.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings
came out
for
in
me,
2000, right? Yeah.
the first one came out in 2001, and I remember seeing the first one in theaters, not nearly as much as I remember seeing Two Towers and Return of the King, because
loved Return of the King.
oh my god,
I
mean,
love Return of the King.
The Two Towers has maybe my favorite moment in all of cinema. When
The trees, the ends.
I mean, I do love the trees, but I do love the ends. But like, no, the moment where Gandalf rides down on that
was a good one.
fucking slope, that moment will like make me like cry.
Return of the King actually has one of my favorite moments.
What is that?
When the Army of the Dead is coming up. That like to the battlefield. Now that was power.
That trilogy really defined what the cinematic experience was for me.
Okay, yeah.
So I mean, like, getting off
could see
topic,
that.
but like Jurassic Park, I feel I really loved Jurassic Park when I was a kid, and there was a threshold broken for me when Lord of the Rings came out that really defined my love for cinema.
Okay.
It really, Lord of the Rings really started that internal conversation, I would say.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But at that age, right before, I would say, I started like retaining memory, like long term, which apparently was at like age 11.
Wow, that's good.
I would say just before that was broken, and like Lord of the Rings really became an experience that would honestly, it's still one of my favorite things I've ever seen. Yeah. But it really Lord of the Rings really did change like everything for me. But I would say right before that, Jurassic Park was my favorite movie.
Okay. Cool.
So going to the gay side of things,
Nice.
when did you first come out?
My coming out is actually very interesting. It was never like, I feel like it was one of those things that was like a very just like, it was unspoken amongst groups. It just kind of happened. I think I was just like dating a boy. I was like in high school. I just started dating some boy.
Good for you.
And then people were like, whatever. My family wasn't like the coolest about it, but they were like, whatever for a while.
Are they cool about it now?
Yeah.
That's good.
Me and my sister are really close, and like I'm dating this amazing man now. And my sister like is super team him, so
that's good.
Yeah. My sister like, I mean, they've never formally met, but like my sister knows a lot about him. My sister really likes him.
Aww.
She's like
that's
totally
great
about it. Yeah, my family's actually super Christian, and like that's why this movie, I'm actually very excited to talk about the movie we're gonna do. But let's not get into that yet. Let's finish up this question so we can dive into that movie.
All right. So what's your second question?
My second question to you is, what made you become a film critic?
Let's see. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist, and I didn't like science though. I just liked like animals and like the ocean. But I don't know. When I went to college, I had given up that, and I was gonna do. I was just gonna go to school for film, honestly. And then I started learning everything about film, and it really started to like take the magic away. So I looked back and I was like, I'm about to destroy this thing that I love, or I need to find something else that I want to do. And I was like, okay, but what do I love more than film? And the answer is nothing. So I decided to just try to start writing about it. And that turned into occasionally being a critic at the school newspaper, starting a blog, which is still running. It's thefilteredlens.com, which will host the podcast. The podcast will be available on my website. And I've been writing for IGN a little bit lately. I reviewed If Beale Street Could Talk for them, which was
I read that.
moment.
I read that.
I am currently Rotten Tomatoes certified.
I know you told me. I remember you wrote that to me.
It was a moment in my life that I was very
it's amazing.
excited about.
I think that's super exciting.
Yeah.
That gives us credentials.
True. Yeah, you can find me on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. That's a sentence that I get to say out loud.
I might do little independent shitty shorts that are on Vimeo. Anyway,
hey, I mean,
we're gonna make it.
We're gonna make it.
We're writing 2 screenplays right now, which I'm very excited about. Which will also come up today because we will be talking about queer cinema. So,
perfect.
It's gonna be really exciting.
Okay. So my third question for you. You're more of a top.
Yeah.
So, if you could switch roles and bottom for any movie character, who would it be?
Any movie character.
Yeah, any movie character.
That's a good. Easily. Mm-hmm. Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park, but really in anything. I love Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum in The Fly.
Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. Yeah, he turns into a bug.
You want that bug to just fucking rally you.
Yeah, and then I'll have like a little bug baby.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, excited.
You're gonna poop out a bug baby.
Poop out a bug baby. It'd be like TLC's I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. I'd love that. I used to love that show, TLC's I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. We're not going to go too deep into that, but that's actually one of my favorite things on earth is when 17-year-old girls go to like the bathroom at Burger King and they go to stand up. There's like a baby in there.
Oh my God.
They're like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have had that extra Whopper.
So, okay. Any Jeff Goldblum character you would switch for.
Oh.
But especially The Fly.
Yes.
But especially Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Now, my third question for you is, are you a gold star gay? Have you ever been with you've been with women?
Oh, yeah. I was in the closet for a long time.
How long?
I came out, I started coming out when I was 19.
Okay. And you were just banging out girls in high school?
I wouldn't say that, but no, I lost my virginity to a woman.
That's beautiful. I did too, but this is beautiful.
And there was definitely a while where like I was kind of trying to trick myself. And then I stopped. and then I mean, no, it's been since 19. I said it out loud for the first time to one person when I was 19. It started to arise more and more. I just started telling more and more people, and then I like formally came out probably when I was 20 to a bunch of my friends. And then I waited a long ass time to tell my family. And in fact, not all of my family knows. Hi everybody in my family.
Not everyone in my family knows, so this is also very exciting. This is just like
let's just get it out there.
Hi family. I also am a homosexual.
We are toast, but like gay toast.
So avocado toast or on like a brioche bun?
Avocado toast is just Brooklyn toast. That's not gay toast.
You're right.
Brooklyn
has a lot of gays.
It does. We're recording in Williamsburg right now, which is where I live. Yeah. And yeah, I live on the same block as the Rosemont. I don't know if anybody who's listening has ever been to the Rosemont, but it's a fun bar. Okay, so my fourth question for you, what is your favorite unintentionally gay moment in cinema history? My favorite unintentionally gay moment in cinema history is going to come into also my favorite movie as a child, which was Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher's. Oh my God. Batman and Robin. As a kid, so here's the thing. The one thing that you'll learn about me over time is like when I love a movie, I will watch it to death. No, same. I had that movie on VHS. You should. As a child. Yeah. I watched it every day from kindergarten to 3rd grade. Mm-hmm. Like every single day.
So
I loved
my
that movie.
favorite unintentional gay moment was. Do you remember when it starts and they're getting dressed? Like they're like showing the different pieces of
All
their
the,
like
like-
costumes, and they're like, yeah,
They show their like bulges.
yeah,
Like everyone talks about the nipples, but they don't talk about the bulges.
yeah. I remember I was watching that movie. My friend had got me the 4 DVD set with
Oh yeah.
Tim Burton's and the Schumacher's.
Yeah, I
for,
have
like
that set.
Christmas as like a gag in like high school.
Yeah.
I remember I was like watching it because to me it's a Christmas movie. Like Batman and Robin to me for some reason is a Christmas movie. I
What
watch
about
it around
Batman
Christmas time.
Returns, which is actually a Christmas movie?
Yeah, no. So
It's great. Batman Returns is
no,
great.
it's fucking amazing. But let me tell you
Yeah.
something. Batman and Robin to me is a Christmas movie because it reminds me of my childhood. Anyway, I was watching it when I was in high school,
I guess there's like ice and stuff.
and when Chris O'Donnell like turns and you see the shape of that chest, I remember I popped a boner.
Oh yeah, that's how you knew.
And I had to stop the movie immediately. I was like, I'm not doing this.
wow.
I'm not ripping apart my childhood. No, and then I finished out the movie. But yeah, so that is one of my favorite
That's one of my
unintentionally gay moments.
That's one of my favorite like let's get drunk and watch this movie. Batman and Robin is one of my favorite movies to do that with.
Batman and Robin is a fun one.
It is. It's really fun. I feel like that movie, that and the one before it, Batman Forever.
That's
where,
another
where
fun
you throw
one.
Jim Carrey in that like fucking green Riddler
You throw
jumpsuit.
Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones is horrendous in that movie, but
but
it's
he's
also like
so
kind of
good.
amazing. Yeah, no, I mean those two movies, I feel they almost need like a little bit of a renaissance on their own.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I think if I ever open a gay bar, which is if I ever fail, so I'm gonna just have those two movies on repeat. I think.
I have a fourth question for you.
Oh, what is that?
If you were not a film critic, what would you be? Like if there was a universe where like film critics were like
Dad? You mean like the
Yeah,
one that's
we were, like,
evolving now?
doing like the Roman Colosseum and we're like killing film critics and burning them
Okay.
and putting them in coliseums, and like you're like I gotta get a new job, man, because I can't be doing this. Like if this was Daredevil and like you're like Karen Page and Fisk is after you and you got to get a new fucking job.
Oh, you watched it.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
did. It's so
really-
fucking
a
good.
Good season.
We'll talk about that. It's a
Yeah.
great season. What would your job be?
Honestly, I would be an amazing bartender.
I could see it.
I would love to be a bartender.
You have really-
there's a point in my life where I don't know when, but I would probably when I'm like close to retiring or whatever. I'm probably never going to retire because I love writing so much. But there's a point where I would like to.
I was a bartender for like a year and a half.
Yeah?
And I hated it. So
Really?
Yeah. Like I thought I was a people person until I started bartending in Harlem.
Okay.
And then I was just like, oh, I hate people.
I
think you have a really good personality for it.
I would love to bartend. I love talking to people. I love drinking, as we drink now. So no, I would love to bartend.
bartending would be
I think
great.
it would be so much fun. I mean, particularly, I would love to bartend at a gay bar. I would probably just, have sex with everyone at the bar. Sorry, but yeah. Okay, my fifth question for you
Fifth and final.
actually sort of relates to that. But what is your favorite New York City gay bar?
My favorite New York City gay bar is Rise Bar and Hell's Kitchen on 56th and 9th Avenue.
Wait, say the name again.
Rise Bar.
Oh,
RISB.
Rise.
I love
You
Rise.
love Rise?
Rise Bar is my home bar.
Really?
That is my home bar.
What does
Like-
that mean?
It's the bar I frequent all the time. I do and watch Drag Race viewing parties there.
They do that there?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And they have a new host every season. So All Stars 2 was Jiggly Caliente. Season 9 was like Paige Turner. All Stars 3 was Fifi O'Hara. Season 10 was Logan Hardcore.
Okay.
So who knows who's going to do All Stars 4? Who knows who's going to do Season 11? It's a really fun bar. It's got a really good space to it.
I like Rise. It's just always so fucking crowded.
I love it. It's always crowded, but it's always fun. Like DJ Natsu, whenever he's there, the music's bumping, it's good time. Like I have so much fun there. Like I've gotten to know a lot of the staff, like a lot of the bartenders there. Is just really cool guys.
They have a hot staff.
Oh,
too.
yeah, they do.
They're all really, really good.
But it's
looking.
they also like hire just some of the coolest guys in New York City just to work there, and like everyone who works there is so chill.
Interesting.
Yeah, like because sometimes. So the thing is, like sometimes I go to a bar, and like sometimes like bartenders there are like they're assholes.
Yeah.
But like I think the cool thing about Rise Bar, and I swear to God they didn't pay me to say this. The cool thing about Rise Bar, I feel like I'm like doing like a paid spot here. the cool thing about it is just like their bartenders are just really nice guys. They're just like guys. They're just, I'm here to make money, and like we'll have fun conversation, and like we'll laugh, we'll have some jokes, we'll have some shots, we'll do good. Like I think Rise does the Lord's work. Like this year for New Year's, they did they were open till 8 a.m.
That's fine.
It was a messy night.
Was it like a?
We'll talk about it off air, but it was a messy night.
Off air. I mean, we can.
Well, no, just a really long story. It's just like it's nothing crazy.
I was at a sexy party for Halloween last week.
Were you?
Yeah, it was very sexy.
So my fifth.
Oh no!
My fifth and final question. Actually, it's really funny you said that. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite holiday?
It's not Halloween. I do like Halloween a lot. I feel like
as a Caucasian, you guys are allowed to celebrate all of them. So I just wanted to know which one is your favorite.
I love Christmas.
I love Christmas. Okay.
I love Christmas.
My birthday's 7 days
much.
Before Christmas, so I love Christmas time.
Wow.
I'm the 18th. Yeah. I love Christmas time, but I love Christmas.
I love Christmas. Well, okay.
Are you like the gaudy Christmas decoration type?
I can't wait to get a tree. I'm so excited.
You have really good space here to get a tree.
I know.
Really good tree space here.
I love Christmas so much. I almost love this season more than I love the day itself. Because the day itself is spent, in my parents' house. We have started like drinking throughout the day, which is nice.
But isn't there something so magical about like waking up on Christmas Day, like just with like people you love? All like in a spot, like no one's going to work, everyone's sitting.
Yeah, I do love that.
Maybe not for you because like you're a pole smoker in a Christian family, but maybe not for me either.
I've never heard that term before.
You've never heard the term pole smoker?
No, I kind of love that though. But no, I especially since moving to New York, the Christmas season is amazing. It's so much fun. There's
lights everywhere.
Last year, I went on an amazing date with this guy.
Well, maybe not amazing because you didn't have another one.
Shut up. We had one more after that. I actually really liked him, and I was deeply sad in like January when we did not see each other again. But we went on an amazing Christmas date where we went Christmas shopping together. That was the date. We went Christmas shopping in like the Central Park.
The Columbus Circle Mall.
Yeah, the like outdoor.
Oh, that little Christmas market, Union Square, just like a cheaper version of it.
Right. No, I love that. I love walking around that. I love getting like a little like snack and like walking around and seeing all the like artisanal shit that they have. And we went and like we shopped around Midtown a little bit. We went to the Nintendo store and played the Switch for a little because the Switch had just come out last year.
God, that actually sounds really fucking magical.
And then we went down to. It was a great date.
This sounds like a fucking Macaulay Culkin movie. I'm like in love with this.
I was like deeply sad that this guy. And
I don't care that it was a date. It just sounds like fun.
And then we went to Washington Square Park where they had a Christmas tree. They had a big.
In the fountain.
And this
that
guy,
I like to stand inside of in the summer.
Right. Oh,
I'm
nice.
Disgusting. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that will lay in the fountain.
That's disgusting. But no, there was a guy playing piano in the park, like right in front of a Christmas tree. And we went to dinner, and it was one of the best like Christmassy days that I've like ever had. So like fuck this guy for not dating me, but so yeah, no, I just love Christmas in New York so much.
Christmas is awesome.
Yeah.
So each of us got our 5 basic questions out.
So now you know a little bit more about us. So we're going to go into a segment now that we're going to do.
Every episode.
Every episode. Josh, what's the gayest thing that happened to you this week?
So the gayest thing that happened to me. So it's funny because, so Shawn Mendes, who is the butt of every gay meme and joke. If you know me, you know that memeing is my thing. I love the memes.
We know.
I follow them closely. He dropped an album recently. And not only have I listened to it like 12 times this week, he has this one song called Like to Be You with the singer Julia Michaels. I teared up to it on the train. And I was like, oh my God, I have the musical taste of a 14-year-old girl. And I'm also tearing up to this song. So if you know the gayest thing that happened to me this week was crying on the 4 train to a Shawn Mendes song.
That's pretty fucking
while
gay.
Drinking smart water. Because I'm Jennifer Aniston.
That's pretty gay.
Yeah. What about you? What was the gayest thing that happened to you this week?
Oh my god. So yesterday, I spilled all of my poppers all over my room. Yeah, they're like, my floor is so sticky in my room.
You must have such an aromatic room right
my
now.
room, like there was a little while I had to leave my bedroom door open like all day yesterday
because you were just fucking high.
Yeah. Essentially. Yeah.
How much do you have that you spilled?
I just have a little bottle, like the normal little bottle. This pertains to our title, Poppers and Popcorn, obviously. But and no, how did I spell it? Well, I was being thrusted into.
Oh, and you just like
as I was holding it, and it fell out of my hand.
Well, did you stop after it fell? Or did you just like keep going and say I'll deal with this later?
No, I just dealt with it later.
That's good. That's why your floor is fucking sticky.
My floor is so sticky.
Your room smells like nail polish cleaner or whatever they're branding.
It smells fine now. It smells fine now. I cleaned it like a little. I need to like really like. I'm gonna go in and like clean it eventually. But eventually. Well, it's really fun now to be in my room.
Yeah, now you're like...
I'm just like horny all the time in my room now.
Yeah,
because I have the smell of poppers.
Actually, it's really funny. So I bought another copy of the Comet DVD, and it's like, Amazon's like, your package with Comet will be delivered tomorrow.
Yay!
Yeah, I got it on Blu-ray now. Anyway.
I bought this week, I got the complete set of Batman the Animated Series on Blu-ray.
Yeah. You were telling me about that.
It is fucking beautiful.
Is
the,
it?
the colors and the animation, that show... is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, and it just has the Blu-ray set of it all is so beautiful. It's insane.
We'll have a night when we watch it.
We should. Yeah.
Okay, so we're moving into our next segment. Tell me, what is your news item? So we've been doing. We have a segment where we're going to talk about like little news items that are happening in media and in the film world right now. So, what is your news item?
Mine is that. The Blue is the Warmest Color director.
Ooh, okay.
I'm looking up his name. I should know this. It's oh god, I don't know how the fuck to say that. It's Abdelatif Ketch. Oh fuck.
Oh, Kashish.
Okay. That guy. The director of Blue Was Warmest Color had some sexual assault allegations come against him this week.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. It's really unshocking because that movie has like some controversy around it with the
because of the sex scenes and things like that.
I love that movie so much. I love that movie so much. I've seen it a couple
times. I didn't know that there was controversy around it.
Well, so basically what the controversy around that movie is that the female sex scenes, the lesbian sex scenes are filmed with like the male gaze.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
There's an argument to be made against it, but now there's.
I mean, that's how lesbians have sex, though.
No, I know, but like now there's a sexual assault allegation against him. It's from an actor on the film. It's an anonymous actor. He's making a film now, I believe, in Paris. And I think it's an actor on that film. However,
we can just IMDb it and find the person.
Potentially. It's just so disappointing.
Yeah.
To have creators who are creating like important works, I mean, how different is this from like a Louis C? We don't know the full details of the allegation, but how different is this from a Louis C.K. type who is making really progressive work, an Aziz Ansari type, which yes, Aziz Ansari is not nearly on the same level as Louis C.K. or Harvey Weinstein or anything, but
I think Louis C.K. and Harvey Weinstein aren't even on the same level.
I would also agree.
I think that like there's like a
Harvey
really
Weinstein
nuanced...
is Harvey Weinstein is like,
but I think that like Louis Aziz. So we're not gonna go too deep into this, but like I think there's a very like nuanced thing between everyone who's been accused. Like I kind of put everyone in a category of their own.
I mean, I'm just so disappointed in all the important works that now are tainted because the director or somebody involved. I mean, I was watching most of House. I watched the last season of House of Cards this weekend too, and you can just feel Kevin Spacey's shadow all over the entire season.
Well, also my thing is like, I don't know. Is it possible? And we don't have to answer this question right now.
Right.
But is it 100% possible to separate the artist from the work? Like the artist's personal life from the work they do.
It's so funny because like it almost, for me, it's dependent on the work almost. For example, Rosemary's Baby, Roman Polanski, deeply problematic human being. Yeah. Rosemary's Baby, nobody disputes that is a masterpiece.
Best movies ever.
Yeah, I did probably the most important paper I ever did in college on Rosemary's Baby. But
like, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you see how like impactful Rosemary's Baby was to you in your life because you did a very important paper.
Well, not even that, but like, I
Roman
loved
Polanski
it before
is still
that.
a scumbag,
Right? But take a Rosemary's Baby, which you can really. I think Rosemary's Baby is a movie you can, is a movie you can really separate, as opposed to something that came out at a similar time, Annie Hall, where Woody Allen is all over that movie.
Yeah.
And Annie Hall is still an amazing work, but when you're watching it, you do have this tainted feeling. Louis is one of my favorite shows. I love Louis so much, but like Louis is Louis C.K. Like Louis C.K. is that show. Yeah. He wrote it, he directed it, he did everything for that show.
It might be problematic, but I'm one of the only people who have not canceled Louis C.K. I haven't.
I've canceled him. I have canceled him until this little comeback tour he's doing is like terrible. It's not good.
I figured as much. I mean,
but I don't know. It's like with a movie like Blue is Warm as Color, where you have one of the best portraits ever of a gay romance. That movie is 3 hours long, and it's 3 hours long. It's one of the few movies that is 3 hours long that I'm like, this movie is worth every fucking second.
We'll review it at some point.
It's a beautiful work. And it's just so disappointing to have a director like that just kind of taint a work that is already so important to so many people. And these people don't have to do these things. It's just sad, honestly. Yeah. But what is your news item for the week?
My news item. So here's the thing. Do you have a PC or you have a Mac? You have a Mac, don't you?
I have a Mac.
So you don't use the McAfee. Have you ever used the McAfee antivirusware?
I don't know what that is.
So McAfee antivirusware was an antivirus. Actually, I don't even have it's probably in one of these little icons on my computer. It's an antivirus software that was about detecting viruses. Now, the guy who made it was John McAfee. Ooh. Now, he went from an antivirus mogul to a drug lord.
Really?
A lot of times in life...
This is the news that came out this week?
No.
Oh my God,
it's getting better. This was years ago. This was years ago. So they did a documentary on him called Gringo.
Okay.
Which was pretty much about... So he moved to like the jungles, I think, of Belize.
Okay.
And was just like slinging drugs out there. Like he was living his Tony Montana life. Mind you, he was already an antivirus guy.
Okay.
So like he already had money. So they're doing a movie called King of the Jungle, which I'm so excited for. But pretty much what happens, it's very much in pre-production right now. Like we haven't even shot anything about it.
Okay.
They're sending it out to festivals to get it bought or whatever. But the really main thing was that Johnny Depp was set to play John McAfee.
Really?
Which was super exciting. He was just replaced.
How exciting is Johnny Depp in anything right now?
Johnny Depp playing, because they weren't going to phrase it as a biopic. They were going to make it a dark comedy. So that was the twist about it. If there's one thing Johnny Depp can do is dark comedy.
He's also deeply problematic.
You know what made it more exciting? He was just replaced by Michael Keaton.
Oh, wow.
That's the news item. Michael Keaton just replaced Johnny Depp as John McAfee in King of the Jungle. And guess who else they got to sign on to the project as an actor? Seth motherfucking Rogen.
Wow.
This movie's going to be wild.
Wait, Michael Keaton, if is so good now. This little Michael Keaton renaissance that's happening right now, it has been amazing.
So here's the thing: the reason why they ended up choosing him was because of this little renaissance. This whole post Birdman
spotlight,
Oscar-worthy man,
that McDonald's movie he did.
Like Michael
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh my god, Michael Keaton right now is on top of the world, and he's really
so good,
and it's so exciting to watch him do this because like this is a movie that like really piqued my interest. So if there's movies that piqued my interest, it's movies like this, like dark comedies that like have the chance of being fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I love shit like this.
See, Michael Keaton is also, he's so good at dark comedy. I mean, Birdman. I mean, I don't care for Birdman that much.
I love Birdman.
Really? Oh, okay. We should do an episode on Birdman.
We should do an episode on Birdman. I love Birdman.
Birdman, he is so amazing in it. And so, I mean, frankly, so is the rest of the cast. Naomi Watts, Emma Watson, that whole cast was
Naomi
really,
Watts
really
is
insane.
That bitch, I fucking love her. I love Naomi Watts.
But no, Michael Keaton is so good at that brand of dark comedy. You can even see it in the trailer for that McDonald's movie he did. That is very exciting.
This is very exciting.
You took me on a a little journey of this movie.
Every news item I bring you is going to come on a little journey.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a filmmaker, so I have to tell stories correctly.
You took me on a little journey of a movie that I did not care about, and now I'm like,
I'm sorry, I'm following this story so closely. I mean, so this week they were shopping it around. I know that they got Condé Nast behind them, Condé Nast Entertainment, to produce them. They're trying to get some of their production. They're trying to get a really big budget on this.
Okay.
And I'm kind of hoping that they get a budget of $20 million or more, because I feel like we can make this a fucking monster.
Maybe.
You know what? I want to see Michael Keaton slinging drugs, cutting heads off. I want to see some shit. I want it to be wild. Is it weird that I want it to feel like a Tarantino movie, but just funnier?
Michael Keaton is such a good fit for Tarantino.
Michael Keaton's the perfect fit for Tarantino.
Isn't he in what's it called?
He's not in Hateful Eight.
No. Older. The forgettable one.
Jackie Brown?
Yes, thank you.
He is in Jackie Brown, right?
He is, isn't he?
I think so. I haven't seen Jackie Brown in years.
Yeah.
We can IMDb it right now.
Too fucking long.
And as I IMDb it, we can actually intro the movie that we will be talking about.
So this week, this is our first episode, and we are going to talk about a gay movie.
Because
it's not a very happy one, though.
He is Jackie Brown.
He is.
We're
talking about Boy Erased.
A very notable role. We're talking about Boy Erased. It's really funny that we're doing this. We're playing to our demographic almost immediately,
which is good. I think Boy Erased. Conversion therapy movies are something that has only just started to exist. With Boy Erased, I feel like. Do you feel like every Oscar season there's a new issue that two movies? There's always two movies that try to tackle it.
Remember when Lady Bird came out? Not Lady Bird. The Danish Girl.
Fuck that movie. Oh my god. How did you mix those two up? They're so different.
Because it had girl in it. I don't really think about women. I don't really think. No offense. I don't think about women.
No. Boy Erased and The Miseducation of Cameron Post. Did you see that?
I have not.
It's quite good. That one is, now that I've seen Boy Erased, The Miseducation of Cameron Post is actually sitting really well with me.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'll definitely give it a watch.
Well, I mean, my biggest issue with Boy Erased, to just hop right into the review, is it doesn't feel like it really explores conversion therapy that
it
much.
Doesn't.
Isn't that
not.
Weird?
Okay, here's the thing about Boy Erased, and coming from a filmmaking standpoint and somebody who writes, I'm going to tell you this one thing right now. Movies that are reliant on flashbacks because they have no actual fucking plot. Boy Erased,
that's a wide sweeping statement.
Yes. No, so heavily reliant on these flashbacks. Boy Erased knew for a fact that it's the flashbacks were the B plot. The conversion therapy was the A plot. The A plot was not enough to make a movie. He was in a 12-day program for 5 days and was like, I'm leaving. Yeah. So we had to really make it reliant on something. Honestly, the highlight of this movie for me were the flashbacks, where you actually get to see this man in his element. Also,
did we? We didn't really get to see him in his element. He's just kind of trolling around his school and college and stuff. And
exactly, and that's the problem. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this movie to me. One, it's not that long, and it feels longer than it is.
I hate that.
It feels longer than it is. I was sitting in the theater yesterday, and I was so excited for the movie to be over, and we were 30 minutes in.
No, I totally get that. I also, I mean, I feel like every movie ever is like too long.
No, I don't, is the thing. I just saw Bad Times at the El Royale. That's like 2.5 hours.
Oh my God. I didn't see that because of the runtime. I literally looked at the runtime of that movie and was like, and I literally watched the trailer and looked at the runtime and was like, I don't want to watch this for 2.5 hours.
It's such a long movie.
I want to watch this
me and
for
my boyfriend,
80 minutes.
Me and Andrew sat up in that theater eating up our popcorn, drinking up our
My best friend saw it yesterday too, actually.
I was waiting for that movie for months, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Boy Erased was like, so it's really funny because like, Boy Erased was a movie, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, I'm probably going to pass up on this.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to go see it. And then we talked about it, and we talked about reviewing it, and I was like, fine, I'll go see it.
It made sense for us.
Here's the thing, and this is the thing. I'm rooting for Lucas Hedges.
Me too, he's a good actor.
As an actor, that boy is good.
He's good. I didn't think he was that good in this, though.
I thought he was good at the end of the movie. Like, not in the end of the conversion therapy area of the movie where he's like, I don't hate my father. Like, things like that were really, that's where he was good. But also, in this movie, he doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that in this movie?
He's mostly sitting and reacting.
He's sitting and reacting.
Which is fine.
I mean, that's the Meisner technique of acting.
You can do a good, obviously you can do a really strong performance out of that.
Everyone saw fucking, what's the name of that movie? Guillermo del Toro's Shape of Water.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Main character doesn't speak, but does amazing.
Sally Hawkins is amazing.
Yeah, I think the issue for me with this movie was one. It's based off of a book, which is based off of an article.
Well, and no, it's a memoir that the inspiration.
Gerard, what's his name, wrote.
Not Butler.
I wish.
Imagine.
No. Gerard Butler and Conversion Therapy is a movie I want to see. But like Gerard Butler.
What a movie that would be. Oh my god.
But like Gerard Butler from like The Ugly Truth. Everyone would think I was going to
not from 300.
No, not from 300. Gerard Butler from The Ugly Truth in like Conversion Therapy.
I'm imagining him like kicking the like. I'm imagining him in 300 like kicking the conversion therapy like I am gay.
Yeah, no. So here's the problem that I had with this conversion therapy thing was like, I feel like as it was going, you can tell that as the screenwriter was writing, he was like, oh, this is going to be really boring.
Yeah.
We have to add characters that have quirks to them, but like in an area like this, characters. In this area of the conversion therapy, they can't have too many quirks to them. So we have a guy who doesn't touch anyone. We have
Xavier Dolan's character.
We have a fat kid.
Yeah.
We have,
and then the hot one.
You think Troye Sivan is hot?
Yeah, I do.
The whole movie, I kept thinking, like, why does he look like this?
Look at his lips. Oh my god.
The whole movie, I was like, why does he look like that?
I've
never. You know what the thing is?
He's so hot.
Before this last Troye Sivan
album
came out.
How old is he? Is it allowed?
He's 24. Me and Troye Sivan are like the same age.
So I'm allowed to like be attracted to him?
Ever since, like, so when this last album came out, I guess like I never really knew who Troye Sivan was. And then the My video comes out. And the only thing I was worried about was him like strutting down like the hall in them heels. That I wasn't really like looking at his face. I was like, come on, girls. Yeah. I'm all excited and like snapping my little fingers. And then I see him in this movie. I'm like, this guy looks like that? Like,
and he has that. Really
he's awesome though. Like
Troye
Sivan is a really
moment.
So here's the thing about Troye Sivan in this movie, and like you know what, you're right. This movie is reliant on the side characters. Because the highlights to me were Russell Crowe and Nicole motherfucking Kidman did this shit.
So good in this movie.
Oh my god.
I mean, look, Nicole Kidman is also in the midst
of... She's a powerhouse. She's a fucking powerhouse.
She's in the midst of the maybe the greatest renaissance of an actor going on right now.
That movie that's coming out with her...
Destroyer looks amazing.
Yes.
Yes. No, I am so excited for Destroyer. And I mean, how many other movies has she done where she's been like the mom, like Lion?
I mean, Eyes Wide Shut. People forget she was in Eyes Wide Shut.
Tom Cruise is also great in Eyes Wide Shut. But Nicole Kidman, in the scenes that Nicole Kidman's in, she owns that.
She owns them.
She owns
So the
that
thing
movie.
that a lot of people don't
she gets the last line.
Yes. People seem to forget that like Nicole Kidman can run the show. In this movie, she runs the show.
So good.
Particularly, you know when one of my favorite moments for her in this movie is when she's reading the manual and like there's so many typos, and she's like, no, she's reading the typos and they're like it's not dog's will.
I know.
And then she's like the almighty dog. I'm like, oh, that actually got a laugh out of my theater. My theater. So the cool thing, because I went to go to the Angelika in Soho on Houston Street. The cool thing about the Angelika was like, people were very reactive to the movie, not correctly, but like people were very reactive to the movie.
Well, the Angelika is one of those theaters that like people go to because they're gonna watch a movie.
Yeah, they
as opposed to like
and like your random like AMC around the corner. Yeah,
I saw it at the Lincoln Center. AMC.
That's my favorite theater in New York City.
I love.
That's actually my favorite theater in New York City.
They closed my favorite theater in New York. They closed the Sunshine on Houston too.
Oh,
that was my favorite theater in New York. I love
my favorites. So my favorites in New York City are the Lincoln Square movie theater and
that's
the
best
Sinopolis
AMC.
In Chelsea.
Oh, I love the Sinopolis.
I was hoping to see Boy Erased in the Sinopolis, but
it wasn't
they didn't have
there.
it. Yeah. No.
The Angelika gets everything.
Because the Sinopolis is too busy doing Rocky Horror Picture Show or whatever. Who cares?
Sinopolis. Last thing I saw at Sinopolis, I think, was like Ready Player One. I don't go there very often, but I do really like that place.
Actually, I went to go see Life Itself there. The movie from the guys who did This Is Us with Oscar Isaac. And
that looked awful.
Oh, we're gonna review
I heard
that
it was
movie.
awful.
Oh, it was garbage, but it was so good. It was so good, but it was garbage. So yeah, no, but back to Boy Erased. So like, also, so here's one of the things. Like, Russell Crowe fucking did that. I think Russell Crowe did that. I think that like
it was a very quiet performance.
The thing about this movie is it's a queer film, not for gay audiences.
No, and I
kind of appreciate it for that. Because
but no.
But here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. No, I'm not saying like they're right. They're not right whatsoever. Here's the reason why I do appreciate that is because like me coming from a very religious family, though I've never been through conversion therapy, I 100% understand what that boy is going through.
Yeah, no, I got it too.
And I think that like this is one of those movies that like you can bring your family to. And kind of like...
I don't want to watch this with my parents.
I would love to sit down with my family and watch this movie.
Really?
Because I think that, like, though my family has never done anything this drastic, I think that, like, they also will get called on their shit. Because I think that, like, even though Nicole Kidman's character, the mother, Nancy, didn't do anything drastic... She also was silent and complacent.
That is.
Remember when she's leaving and she's yelling "Shame on you," and then in the middle of that, people don't understand. She says, "And shame on me too."
That is maybe the best moment of this movie.
Oh my god!
Where she says, "And shame on me too."
So I'm not gonna lie. That like I almost broke a tear there.
Same. No. Absolutely.
I almost broke a tear there because like I think that like things like that are so important. You know.
Yes.
Like so important, and I didn't like the movie.
No, I mean,
I did not like the movie.
There are enough merits that I think I would like.
The movie has merits, yes.
But no, okay. So like, yes, Nicole Kidman. She really owns this thing.
This is the Nicole Kidman
also,
episode.
every fucking outfit she has, that movie is amazing. Nicole Kidman, this movie takes place in like the early to mid aughts, I'd say. And
the what?
The aughts.
Fuck is that?
2000s.
This movie took place in 2007. He had a sidekick ID.
That's the aughts.
I've never.
You've never heard of the aughts?
That's some white people shit. That's some white people shit.
You've never heard of the aughts?
No, the early 2000s. There's some white people shit going on in here.
No. Like that. That.
That's what we call it? Because we don't have a number?
That decade is called the odds.
By who?
By like everyone.
By your immediate group of friends.
No, by like I got it from like writers and stuff.
Who?
I don't know. Everyone calls it the odds.
Okay, well it's the aughts. Technically, this movie takes place late in the aughts.
No,
because it's 2007, 2008. Because he has a sidekick ID and it's gray, and I had the same phone. That was my like number one moment. He put down that sidekick. I was like, bitch. I was probably talking to you on AIM, like, what's good, girl? I wasn't.
So no, but no. So the movie takes place in the
Mid to late
2000s. Fuck you.
Oh, I needed that moment. That was so good.
and so Nicole Kidman's outfits as a Southern drawl, she's wearing like there's the scene where she like breaks him out
when she's wearing that fucking purple velour jumpsuit.
Yes.
Okay, that purple velour jumpsuit, which was probably Juicy Couture, and she's still her hair is still tied up because you can tell for a fact she was curling her hair, and he called her, and she came running for her baby.
Yup. Oh. Because shame on her.
Oh, bitch. I was living. She's banging on the door with her little hand.
Oh, I know.
But
when she comes out also with that, like, leopard print blouse or whatever, I was like, what the fuck are you wearing? Queen. It's amazing.
Queen.
She's so good.
Honestly, but she was also the only character, I think, in this movie that had a character arc.
Yeah, oh, totally. Well, no. I would say Lucas Hedges' character...
No, he didn't. There was no character arc. He didn't actually want to change. He just wanted to satisfy his parents.
No, he wanted. There was a couple moments where he wanted to change.
I don't think so, because like the thing is, like if he really wanted to change, he would have done things like when fucking Rhonda or whatever her name is was in the car with him and he couldn't get it up. And if he wanted to change, he would have at least kissed her a couple times.
Well, wait. What?
I don't know. I don't think he had an arc. I think only Nicole Kidman's character had the arc where, like, in the big, and her arc wasn't, I'm accepting my son. Her arc was for herself, where she was like, I'm a silent woman. Now she's a spoken character. Yeah. Where she went from being this complacent first lady, pastor's wife, who doesn't question anything in the household and just cooks and cleans and smiles, to, because like the one moment that she had in that kitchen, oh my God, I almost cried. That moment she had in the kitchen where she was like, at the end, which I thought, by the way, we'll talk about Act 3, shouldn't have even happened, where she was like, I love God and God loves me, but I love my son. And I was like, this was a moment that I think her character, it didn't need, because she already had her little arc. But I was like, it solidified her character arc. Because it was even at the point that she did this on a Sunday afternoon. She's sitting in the kitchen. She's not in church with her. When he was like, why aren't you at church? And she's like, look, I love God. God loves me, but I love my son. And if he doesn't understand that, then we have a problem.
I don't even think it was her rejecting God.
It wasn't her rejecting God.
But it was definitely her rejecting Catholicism in a way.
Well, I think they're Baptists or Methodists. They're not Catholics.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're like Methodists.
Okay, I don't know. Really.
No, they're Baptists because they tried to baptize that boy Cameron in the bathtub.
Oh my God, that scene was, but
unneeded.
I think it was needed.
Can we actually talk about something really quick?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Torture porn. I think that, like,
this movie was, frankly, I would say this movie was not enough torture porn. It went like light on.
It went light, but also I think that
conversion therapy.
It went light on conversion therapy because like the guy who went through it didn't really go through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we didn't have to tell his story. We could have told someone else's.
You know what? No, I 100% agree.
Because
the miseducation of American Post, the miseducation of Cameron Post. To compare the two films, I would say that film is much more about the actual being in conversion therapy and like everything they try to put you through psychologically. And she, Chloe Grace Moretz is the lead of that film.
Okay,
I actually really love her. I actually met her in New Orleans when I was there. Randomly, she was going into a drag bar as I was leaving, and it was like, "Oh my God, I'm obsessed with you. I love you." And I was drunk, and she was like, "Thank you," and great. That's our best interaction. So I met her. We're friends. But no, she's a really powerful actress. She's a little restrained in that movie, but she really handles the psychology of what they're putting her through really, really well.
Well, that's the problem. I think that this film didn't have enough psychology
do that at all.
I think that, like, a lot of things felt rushed in this movie. You can tell for a fact that, like...
That's the thing. Like, the conversion therapy part, for me, the beginning felt like such a slow build-up to something.
You know what would have made this movie...
You know what
would have made this movie better? Is if they would have shown this, like, houses, these, like, long-staying houses as, like, this dark, looming... Like, you don't want to go there.
But like, do
and
it,
then
like,
him trying his best... Yeah, do it realistically. But him trying his best not to get there by trying to fake it.
Yeah.
and not being able to fake it.
Yeah.
That would have added conflict.
Maybe.
I feel like there wasn't enough conflict to this movie. And I think because of that, like...
That's a good way to put it.
It took away
There wasn't enough
a lot.
conflict
There
in
wasn't
this
enough
movie.
conflict because,
Yeah.
like, at the end of the day, like, his dad isn't great. He doesn't have a great father.
No.
But there were way worse parents there. Fat
Yeah.
Boy Cameron's dad beat him
Oh
with a
my
Bible
God, that
and
was-
made that child beat him with a Bible.
That character actually really worked for me.
That character worked because, like, he was just like
because
going through it. Poor chubby boy.
no, but like, if you're gonna do a conversion therapy movie, you really do need to show what's horrific about it. And with that character, the character who's supposed to be like the football star, I thought that was really smart actually, how they made him the character who's really going through it. And you have Joel Edgerton. I thought was actually really good as
Victor Sykes.
Victor Sykes.
He was good.
He directed it too.
I know.
He directed and wrote it.
I know. He wrote and directed it based off the book.
I
followed this movie a little bit.
I liked his other. This is his second directorial.
Yeah. What else
film.
did he do?
The Gift. Did you see? The
Yes,
Gift?
I did see The Gift.
The Gift is really good.
That's what it is.
The Gift is like very different from Boy Race. The Gift is like a little horror thriller.
Yeah, The Gift.
And like in like the LA suburbs.
Is it?
He's in
Bateman?
It is Jason Bateman, isn't it?
It is Bateman. Okay, I was just making sure.
I think that's right.
I was just making sure I wasn't incorrect about that. That it was
Bateman. No, and there's somebody else. Who's the?
Is it Cameron?
Who's Cameron?
Diaz?
It's Rebecca Hall.
Oh, there we go.
I kind of thought it was her. Yeah. No, it's Jason Bateman, Rebecca Hall, and Joel Edgerton. And Rebecca Hall is like low key. She's a great actress. But that movie was so like it almost feels like John Krasinski going into A Quiet Place. Where you have this like really this really like fun thriller. And then imagine if John Krasinski right now were to like go make a movie like If Beale Street Could Talk or something, or Moonlight. Imagine if John Krasinski as his second film went to go make something that like is progressive, but he's like deeply unrelated to. And that's what I felt like with this movie, where Joel Edgerton, what stake does Joel Edgerton have in the fight for like, LGBTQ plus representation?
He's just a straight white man.
Exactly. And I mean he does a good job in hiring a lot of young gay actors. Troye Sivan.
Yeah, you said a lot.
He's really hot.
He hired one.
But no. I mean, I don't. There's nothing to me in this movie that makes me think that Joel Edgerton was the right person to tell this story.
I don't think so.
No,
I agree.
No, I would actually have loved almost like just any gay director, like any of them.
There aren't a lot that are like
and
in the
one
forefront.
of the mainstream ones is a horrendous human being, Bryan Singer. Yeah.
We'll talk about him soon. Okay, it's really funny. This movie to me felt a lot like Brokeback Mountain.
How? In what way?
Brokeback Mountain and this movie are gay movies for straight audiences.
Okay. Yes.
And
yes.
hear me out.
No. I agree with that. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain 1 didn't cast a gay actor at all.
But it did. Excuse me, but it did cast Heath Ledger. Yeah. And Heath Ledger is amazing.
It did cast Jake Gyllenhaal, who is amazing.
Well, yeah.
But, like, it didn't cast gay actors. It told kind of like a okay story. Mm-hmm. And it had, like, these really, like, big moments that people assume is the gay experience. Because last time I checked, no one is bottoming after eating beans in a tent with just spit. Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm looking at you.
So you're saying that there was some hidden poop in that scene?
I'm saying that was scat on scat. So, like, and I think that the thing with this movie, it's like, I was watching this movie more for the parents than I was for him.
Well, okay, but that actually brings me to a point that I wanted to make, because I do think most gay movies right now, especially the ones that end up being made like around awards time, Call Me by Your Name falls ill to this too. And
oh yeah, I fucked a peach.
Well, okay, that's a great scene in a great
whatever.
movie, but
it's a peach. No one actually does that.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, but gay movies made for straight people, I feel like is just the norm.
Yeah.
Like how many gay movies are really made for gay people? Name one.
There's a bunch. There's a bunch of independent ones.
Name one.
A lot of Cuatros Lunas, which
I don't know what that is.
It's an independent one from Spain.
Okay.
It's beautiful. What's the name of it? It has the guy from Sense8. He's in it, and he plays
The Cop.
Yeah. No, not the cop. The other one, the Wolfgang from
the German one.
The German one.
Oh,
he's in a.
hotter.
He's actually in a movie about. The quick synopsis is like he plays a guy who's in the police academy with another dude. That dude falls in love with him. That guy's got a wife. There's a lot of gay movies for gay audiences, which just tells like. So it's
okay, but how many sorry, maybe I should rephrase.
How many main stage?
Yes, how many that really end up making waves?
None.
Yeah, none.
Literally none.
Well, okay. The biggest one that I can think of that really feels like it was made for a gay audience that like has gained a following is Weekend, by Andrew High. Have you seen Weekend?
I have not. Yes, I have.
Oh, Weekend is great.
I have seen Weekend. I'm lying.
Weekend to me understands more about gay culture than Moonlight is one of my
I was just about to say that.
Movies. But
it's about the black gay experience.
But I would say Moonlight is not a movie that I would say is made for gay audiences. I would say Moonlight
is one of the tricky ones where you don't really know who
Moonlight. What's so beautiful about Moonlight is that it's dripping with empathy.
Wait a minute. I think Moonlight was made for gay audiences. I don't think it's made for a white gay audience.
I think
Moonlight's made for a black gay audience because I
disagree.
So.
I think Moonlight was made for just humanity. Moonlight is one of the most deeply human films I've ever seen. And,
it is. You're right. It is very human. But I also think that
I think the artistry of Moonlight almost transcends who it's for.
It is actually very deep. The lighting itself is a story in and of itself.
No. The Moonlight is a tone poem that is just
I agree.
It is. Oh, I mean, I could talk years about Moonlight. But going back to other gay films, like you have a Weekend, you have Blues Warm as Color is a really strong gay story, but I also think it's another film that. It's definitely for kind of everyone.
Well, my thing is like I just think that gay audiences are just craving stories. They're not craving like stories that we're trying to be fed. Mm-hmm. I was talking to somebody the other day. We were talking about someone who I know, a friend of mine was going to see Suspiria. We'll talk about
Yeah, we'll talk about Suspiria at some point.
He was going to see Suspiria, and I was talking about how like I was on my way to. It was yesterday because I was on my way to see Boy Erased. And his exact words to me were, he was like, well, honestly, and he's a gay man. Uh-huh. He's actually a gay animator. He was like, cool. I'm anti movies like this because like, I just want to see like fucking stories. They don't have to be like these fucking sad stories. Like,
exactly. Where are the gay movies that are just like, here are these people living?
That's where I come in as a filmmaker because like I'm writing.
Good. Please make something.
I'm writing two screenplays right now that are two just very fucking gay stories.
Good.
I mean, if I
that needs to be made.
Yeah, and I think that like right now is what this is what we're craving and this is what we need.
Yeah.
I think Boy Erased kind of lit a fire into my ass where I was like, if people like me who have the means to make things don't make things,
right,
we're gonna continually be stuck with these like watered down conversion therapy movies.
Yes.
And I don't want to watch Troye Sivan in any more movies.
Oh, you're wrong. He's so cute.
He's nice. He's
so cute. He has that one scene in this movie where he's really adorable.
You can tell that they had over 100 takes of that movie. And
okay,
this was the last one. And
but look,
his only line was, "You gotta fake it."
No, that wasn't
Troye Sivan did do a really good job at the American accent.
He
wasn't Southern, but it was American.
He's responsible for the gayest moment of this movie, where he like looks back at where he says where the people come out, the people who run the conversion therapy come out.
Yes,
and he's like, "Oh, thank you, I had such a good day," and then he like gives that little like head nod, and I was like, "Yes, bitch, you're revolting."
Yes.
Revolt against them. No, it was he's responsible for the gayest moment in this movie, and I loved that Joel Edgerton let him have that.
Okay, you're right.
But no, on the whole,
in the hole.
But no, I just feel like you get to a point with gay movies where Call Me by Your Name, especially, I think, is guilty of this, where it is a toned down version of the gay story that doesn't really get into a lot of the uncomfortable gay things. Which where the fuck is femme representation in film? Where the fuck is it? There isn't one thing that I loved about Love, Simon. They have a really strong femme male character in Love, Simon.
Yes, the black one, and he's black.
Yeah, and he's black. I loved Love, Simon. Just to get it out there, I really loved Love, Simon.
Liked it.
I loved it.
I liked it. Me and Love, Simon have a like relationship.
I cried so much. I love Love, Simon. I saw it twice.
I saw it 4 times.
And you saw it 4 times.
Each time I was just like, "This is all right."
No, I love it so much. It's
one
of my favorite movies.
Could have been better, but then we'll do an episode.
Well, we'll do a top 10, I think, in January. No.
Oh, we'll do a top 10. We'll do a top 10 in January as
well. Okay, so yeah, but one thing that if you're gonna make a gay movie for straight audiences, I will say that I think Boy Erased does it right in that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, in that this movie feels more aimed at the parents.
100%.
And if you're really gonna do a gay story that is gonna just be like, kind of for people who are not going through the actual gay thing, then yeah, make one that hopefully makes the parents realize the wrong steps they're taking.
Yeah,
and I don't think the execution is there, but the intent is good. I think. So yeah, I mean, no, I'm happy that Boy Erased exists, and I'm happier it exists more so than like a lot of other gay films. But at the same time, I think it's worse than a lot of those.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
It is very much worse. I think that like when it comes to, and I feel like a lot of like quote unquote gay movies came out this year. Like movies like Alex Strangelove on Netflix.
Oh, that was alright.
Yeah.
It was so, they built it as Gay Superbad, which is a movie that I deeply want to see. Gay Superbad? Oh my god. That has to come out. Write it.
You literally just gave me an idea. I'm gonna
write.
That's gonna go in my little journal. No, but because Superbad is also a movie I've seen over 500.
I love Superbad.
I've seen Superbad.
I love Superbad. Where the fuck is Gay Superbad?
You want to know a quick little fun story?
Yeah.
My best friend Logan can attest to this. Sophomore year of high school, we watched, or I don't know if he did as well as I did. I watched Superbad every day for a year and a half. I've seen Superbad over 500 times.
Wow.
It's disgusting. It got to the point in high school I'd only quote Superbad.
Okay, I mean it's not that good.
But Superbad. Superbad's also one of my favorite movies.
I love Superbad too, but like okay.
Superbad's in my top 10. Actually, Superbad's in my top 5. We'll talk about top 5 next week. We'll do top 5 movies next week as an opener.
Yeah, let's do it.
But the thing is like movies like this is one of the. It's on the weaker chain of movies, the weaker chain of gay movies. Overall, in my opinion, I think so.
Intent, as far as the movie's intent, I would say it's on the higher. But as far as
intent doesn't erase impact.
No, you're right. As far as execution, I would say it's definitely on the lower end.
Yeah, it's very much.
Granted, I mean there are very few gay films that come out now that get like mainstream that get mainstream attention that I think are bad. Well, besides, what is it? Roland Emmerich's Stonewall. That was supposed to be horrendous.
No one even saw it. I think that movie.
Think so either.
Yeah, that movie probably had like 4 people in the audiences.
Was it Roland Emmerich? Am I right?
I think so. I don't even remember.
All
I remember is that they had a blonde boy throw the brick, and I was like,
right, and exactly, yeah. I was like,
I don't even think Marsha's in the movie. I don't even think Marsha's in the movie.
Yo, that's terrible.
Which, if you have a Stonewall movie without Marsha P. Johnson, it's like, who are you?
It was Roland Emmerich who did it. Yeah, Jeremy Irvin was the...
when you look
terrible.
At all of these people...
Yeah, no,
there is no Marsha.
How the fuck do you whitewash?
Oh, there is a Marsha. He plays Marsha P. Johnson. Okay,
but look how far he is down the billing.
Yeah, his billing. I had to scroll a couple times on IMDb for that billing. Okay, before exhaustion hits, final thoughts on Boy Erased.
Take your parents.
Take your family.
Take your parents.
Take your family.
If you're gay and you, also, I mean, honestly, I mean, if you're in conversion therapy, like, go see this movie. But no, if you are struggling with your parents to get acceptance at home, send them to Boy Erased. As far as like whether, I think a bird just hit my window.
A bird did just hit your window.
Wow. That was scary. That's like a little mark.
Fuck, it did. That's so fucking scary.
That is horrifying. That's never happened before. Well, it just hurt us, and it was like, I have to hear Papas and Popcorn on iTunes. Review us and like us, bird.
And on Spotify.
Spotify.
By the time this episode comes out, we will be on YouTube.
Yes. But no, I mean, take your parents. As far as if you're looking for great cinema, it's not
this
here.
Isn't it? It's not here.
If you're looking for a great gay story for you to relate to, it's not here. But this movie does serve a purpose, and I think its purpose is important. Yeah. So yeah, take your parents. They'll probably feel something. You'll probably feel something from them feeling something. Which is a good thing to happen. How many poppers are you gonna give it? We're gonna do a rating. How many huffs?
How many huffs are we doing?
How horny did it make you?
And I'm gonna do it at 5 huffs because after 5 you're passed out on poppers.
Yeah, you're donezo.
I'm gonna give it 3. Like, it's like
3.
It's I have lukewarm feelings towards this movie.
I was thinking about 3 too.
I was gonna give it 3.
I actually am gonna go down and do 2.5.
Well, the thing that makes it so powerful for me is Nicole Kidman. But besides that,
yeah, and okay, yes. Also, Nicole Kidman stans, don't miss this one.
If you are a Nicole Kidman fan, or first of all, if you have any form to contact me and you want to know like a Nicole Kidman like how to, text me. I'll give it to you.
No,
this will go on that list.
She's incredible.
A powerhouse. I love her. She did the Lord's work in this movie.
Kinda.
She did the Lord's work in this movie, and I think that like really, if that was really that's the only draw that I had, and I wish marketing would have really leaned more into the mother-son relationship.
I think the marketing does lean into that.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so? Okay, fair enough.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Marketing is a conversation that I don't particularly care about.
Yeah, me neither. But I think that like this is honestly, okay, I know exactly who should go to this movie.
Who?
Gay men who love their mothers and have a really good relationship with their moms, but their mom and them have an unspoken... Like, they haven't really come out to their mothers, and they have, like, that whole don't ask, don't tell situation.
Yeah, fair enough.
And if you have that, take your mom. Because I'm not going to lie.
That's fair. I totally agree with that.
To me, this isn't a gay movie. This is a Mother's Day movie.
Yeah.
This movie is a story of motherhood.
I would agree. The most powerful thing about this movie is definitely the motherhood.
The motherhooding.
And
I mean, here's the thing. This woman sent her son to this camp, and the second he calls her crying...
No, she's there.
She's there, and I would presume no more than 15 minutes because
they're curlers essentially.
But here's the thing: they're also early into the prayer, and if you know anything about Christianity, you pray before and after everything. So
I actually did love them.
They weren't going to do anything to him until they prayed about it, and they were like a minute into the prayer because they were like, "And Lord," like when you lean in on that "and Lord" inflection, that's when you're getting ready to really ask God for like a lot of shit. So like they were like, "And Lord," and she's banging on the door. I was like, Jesus, bitch, how close is the hotel? Because It had to be close because remember there was that day he walked there.
Yeah, he did walk there.
She still drove there. I
do want to say I did love as far as like the way the film sets place. I think it did a really good job of that.
Oh my god, the film is so perfect with setting.
Yeah,
like
the scene in the very beginning where Lucas Hedges' character is at work and they pray at the car dealership before. I thought
before getting to work at the car dealership.
Yeah, the car dealership, the place where prayer goes to die, probably. And I loved that little moment.
So, my final thoughts, actually, and this is going to be my final thought on this movie, is like one of the things that really redeemed this movie for me is because like I grew up super Christian and like we were like non-denominational, but with like a lot of Methodist leaning. Okay. And like our family and like it's super Christian. My family is still super Christian. I understand this character only because like there were moments in this movie that like got like a warm place in my heart because like I remembered like childhood and things like that. Yeah. Like standing in circles and praying with people just like for anything. Because let me tell you something about, and I went to Christian school for most of my life also. Let me tell you something. You prayed literally before and after everything. Like every class that we went to, we prayed before to be like, and Lord, just let this be a good class. Amen.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, it was a thing. A fun little side story.
Snarls.
When teachers used to walk in, if a teacher walked in like to borrow something in the classroom, every student would have to say, "Good morning, Miss," whatever your name is, and praise be unto you, and have a blessed day, amen. And then that teacher would then go, "Amen," like really excitedly, like as if like it refreshed her, like we were powering her up or something.
Like a douche her.
Pretty much, she's clean, and then she'd go and ask what her she needed. But like there were moments in this movie that I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, though I never went through conversion therapy and I've never had to, and I'm fortunate to never have gone through that.
Same.
There were like a lot of moments that I was like I understand where he's coming from, where like there are things about growing up Christian that like I liked. I mean, I worked at a Christian summer camp for 5 years straight and it's extremely Christian, and like I made some of the most significant relationships in my life that I still hold to this day there. And like the one thing I do enjoy is like when I'm with my family for holidays and we stand around the table before food and we pray over food. And then, like, we disperse food and we eat and we have fun. Like, there's a real family component here.
Yeah, this movie is definitely very much about the family.
That I could feel. And, like, the one final thought that I'm going to have is, though I'm not the hugest fan of this movie, I love the family component to it. And
That's fair.
And this movie, for some reason, I do love my family, like, 100%. Like, I would never doubt that. Like, I love my family so much. This movie kind of helped me to understand where they're coming from in a way.
Really? You would go that far to say
I would go that far.
Interesting.
As I was watching the movie, like that final speech that the father gives him there at the car dealership where he gives him the pen.
Yeah.
And even though it's not correct and he's very wrong, there was that like...
Oh my God, the cliche of this kid moving to Brooklyn.
Exactly. Yeah. There was that like opening... Well, the guy actually... Gerard actually moved to Brooklyn. That's what's funny.
No, I know. It's a true story.
At the car dealership, they have that conversation where he's like, "Look, I love you 100%. I don't want to lose you. But the one thing I am going to say is like, this ain't easy for me."
Yeah.
And like, I kind of understand that because I was like... The thing about it as a gay man is like, it took me so long... Not so long. I mean... Like, I was like 14 and I was like, oh. 14 years is a long time, but like
14 years to be like, oh.
As I was growing up and like I was coming into my own, I had to fully accept myself, and I can't like, my family never did anything detrimental to me, but like I can understand why my family, who had preconceived notions about me because this is how they were raised and this is what they were indoctrinated in, I can understand why this thought process was kind of difficult for them to break for a little bit and step away, because when you think about the idea of Christianity and like how powerful it is over them, and it's like literally life or death, heaven or hell, you know, it's like that.
I mean, it's a form of insanity, but
but it's that, and it's like there's the fear that it's like, oh my God, like this family member who I love could be going to hell and I don't know how to react, and I have to do everything in my power to try to save them. My family, again, has never done anything super drastic, and I think my family has been on the accepting side more than anyone. But also at the end of the day, what it comes down to is like, I understand where they're coming from. And
interesting.
I do thank the movie for that.
Interesting.
Because I think
that's high praise, I'd say.
I didn't like the movie on like a filmmaker standpoint.
Yeah.
I do like
The intent.
The intent and the impact. No, I like the impact more than the intent.
Really?
I liked the impact of the movie.
Okay.
Because I think that, like, this movie's one of those things that, like, I'm definitely going to see again.
You're going to watch it again?
I'm going to watch it again, but I'm going to bring my family members. I think I'm going to bring my family to this movie.
Okay. I mean, I'm just going to, like, toss it to the wind and be like, everyone go see Boy Erased to my family at Thanksgiving, but, like, I don't know. They probably won't.
Because all my siblings, because I have a lot, they want to do like a Sunday after Thanksgiving like movie night, and I think I might try to bamboozle them.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh, there's a cool one in the city, and it's super hipster, and there's a cafe in it. We'll get coffee. I think I'm gonna try to bamboozle them with it, because I think that, like, I don't know.
I'm gonna try to bamboozle my family.
I don't know why for some reason this movie made me want to like have conversations with my family I've never had before.
Interesting. That's a really good thing, I think, for a movie to achieve.
Yes, it made me want to have conversations with my family I've never had before.
It didn't do that for me. But
no.
I'm
an artist. I'm sensitive.
No. That's a really, really good. I think that's a really good note to end on for Boy Erased. So okay. Final rating. How many huffs?
3.
3 huffs. I'm at 2.5 huffs.
Perfect. Okay.
That half huff. Let me tell you, the half huff, it really sends you over the edge.
Half sends you over the edge. That's the one that can do you in, Shirley. All right.
It definitely opens me.
So we're moving from that. So then we already have a final segment, which is our recommendation.
Yeah, what the fuck was that accent?
Because I've been drinking champagne.
Okay, so what is your recommendation this week? But just to be clear, our recommendation is going to be something that is always on a streaming service, right? And it's going to be something that, like, is like something that just like you should watch.
Well, mine is actually it's a movie that, like, I saw it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Didn't get it.
Okay.
Didn't like it. Saw it a couple of years ago. Was like, oh, I'm so in. And it just came to Netflix. No. Okay. And it just came to Netflix. It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Great movie.
For a lot of people who I know that we sent the 0 episode to are a lot of people. Yeah. A lot of my friends aren't that into film, so they haven't seen a lot of movies. This is one of those movies that, like, I think everyone can get behind. Kate Winslet, Kirsten Dunst, Jim Carrey.
Oh, Kirsten Dunst is so, like, low-key.
Kirsten Dunst is so good in this movie.
She's low-key great in it.
If you watch the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies and you're like, I hate this bitch.
She's good in those, too.
Watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or The Virgin Suicides, but The Virgin Suicides is no longer on Netflix. Or, like, fucking
Melancholia.
Oh, Melancholia was a shit.
Or what is that other movie she did with, what is that movie she did where the little kid had powers, and she was married to Michael Shannon, and Adam Driver was the FBI agent. This is a great movie, by the way, that I'm talking about. I don't remember what it's called. Midnight Special?
Oh, that sounds like
Is that what it's called?
Maybe. I don't know. Look it up. But Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, it's pretty much about, if I'm going to give you a quick synopsis, there's a company that goes around wiping memories of things that you don't want to happen, and a couple who breaks up decide to wipe their memories of each other, and then they end up back together, which kind of goes into...
You just spoiled the ending.
Well, they're trying to get back together.
But it is Midnight Special, what I was talking about.
Okay. But, so pretty much, the thing is, it's really funny because it ties into a screenplay I'm writing, because, like, this one screenplay I'm writing is also, like, touching into, like, Sam Esmail's comment, where I'm, like, writing a screenplay about this couple, these 2 boys who keep meeting on the same day in 6 different alternate realities. And there are a little bit of roadblocks in between, but it's kind of like the idea of, like, love is fated. And, like, there are a couple different outcomes in each one of them, but it's about love is fated and it's real. And I think that Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind touches on that. Sam Esmail's comment touches on that. I'm a romance person, so, like, the genre I like to write in is romance.
Okay.
Even though I have the darkest sense of humor, and I should probably go into comedy.
Well, that's good. That'll make your romance stand out.
Yeah, so that's the thing I'm going into. And Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, you should definitely 100% give it a watch. It is so good. It's a really quick movie. It's one of those really fun, put on your sweatpants, put on a sweatshirt, put your hair in a ponytail, get some wine.
I don't know how fun Eternal Sunshine is, but it is.
It's fun for me. I love it. That fun and games section with the dates and stuff. Oh, it's so fun.
That is also absolutely one of my
him going into his memory, like him going through his mind.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Oh, it's so fun.
That is one of my favorite Kate Winslet performances.
Oh,
too.
so good. She did the
really,
fucking thing.
really good in that. She's one of my favorite actresses.
She's
I would
great.
Say. Yeah. And she is really, really good in that as Clementine.
Oh yeah. And also, I love that name. I love character. I'm a character name person. So
Okay.
The reason why I love Inherent Vice so much is because one of the characters' name is Japonica.
Oh, okay. Inherent Vice is not a good movie.
Shut up.
Paul Thomas Anderson is a great director.
PTA did his thing with Inherent Vice. Did you read the book?
No.
That's why. The book is worse.
That's why?
The book is worse. He fucking fixed the book.
Okay. Well, I don't need to read a bad book to watch a you know what? It's a bad movie. It is a bad movie. Inherent Vice is a bad movie.
I don't care. I love me some Joaquin.
So do I. But like, I would rather
Josh Brolin,
the master,
Martin Short. I'm just gonna keep yelling the cast members at you until you keep disagreeing with me.
The colors were good in that movie, but the movie 100%. Was bad. I love Paul Thomas Anderson. The Master, I think, is his best movie.
Yes, I agree.
Do you?
I'm not disagreeing with you. Paul Thomas Anderson is his best movie.
Okay.
Speaking of recommendations, we'll see Oz.
Well, I was looking at what was leaving Netflix soon, and I did that too. And I saw that the original, by original, you know, not really the original, but the first Paddington movie is leaving Netflix soon. Why are you laughing at me?
Never once on this gay ass podcast did I think Paddington would come up.
So Josh,
the stuffed bear movie.
Josh, Josh, Paddington 2 is borderline a masterpiece.
Okay.
Paddington 2 is so good. Have you seen Paddington 2?
No.
Josh, you need to watch Paddington 2.
Okay, I'll watch Paddington 2. Paddington 2.
you really need to watch Paddington 2.
Oh my god, where can they find Paddington 2 to watch?
However,
why am I wiping my eyes from this tear from laughter as if I'm like wearing like acrylic nails like I'm gonna scratch myself?
I do want to recommend the original Paddington. Paddington 2 came out in January of this year. It's still in my top 10 this year, as I realized this week. Mostly just so you can watch the sequel. But the original it's really warm, it's really charming, it's really fun. Sally Hawkins, Ben Whishaw Ben Whishaw. Oh my god, I'm so attracted to Ben Whishaw. Ben Whishaw voices the bear. And it is really, really charming. It's just a sweet little like movie that's made for kids, but like, I mean, come on. I mean, it's Paddington Bear. It's all good. It's all lovely. It's all nice. The sequel is better, yes. But you should watch the original before it leaves Netflix, and then you should watch the sequel.
I'm going to watch the original before it leaves Netflix.
Josh, Paddington 2 is so good. You have no idea.
All right. Well, those are recommendations.
That's it.
Do we have a movie for next week or no?
Overlord? Yeah. Overlord? Let's do Overlord.
I want to see Overlord so fucking bad.
I want to see Overlord really badly.
Let's do Overlord.
Yes. Yeah. Let's do
I'm
Overlord.
sorry. I just got really excited. I like queened out. Oh my god, I really want to see Overlord.
No, let's do Overlord.
Oh my god, let's do Overlord.
Overlord will be fun. I mean, we'll for our first episode, we'll have done Boy Erased, which is like a fucking heavy conversion therapy movie. Then we'll do fucking Nazi zombies. Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm so excited. Okay, Overlord next week. Yes.
So yeah, Overlord is our next movie that we're gonna review. This has been Poppers and Popcorn.
Thank you so much for sitting through this whopper of an episode.
This episode ended up being longer than we thought,
but this is gonna be one of the longer ones.
Conversation
all the other ones are gonna be a little bit better, but this was good. This was a good one. I really liked it.
Josh, where can we find you on Twitter?
We can find me on Twitter at JRanosaurus.
Wow.
I'm a weirdo. JAYRANOSAURUS. Or on Instagram at @ohgreat_. It's Josh. Because like, oh great, it's Josh. That's where you can find me. Once my Pulp Reservations, the production company, a good friend of mine and I started a couple of years ago. Once that website goes up, then I'll plug that and things like that and get that rolling. But for the most part, those are the two real places that you can find me.
Great.
Where can we find you, Mr. Mott?
On Twitter, I'm at Dr_Dougherty. Doctor, just, abbreviated. My last name, DOUGHERTY. So Dr_Dougherty, DOUGHERTY.
It's not Dougherty?
No.
Like Shannon?
No.
I thought your last name was Doherty.
I always say that to bartenders because Doherty, they always look at me and they're like, what? And I'm like, just give me more booze.
It's not Doherty. I thought your last name was
It's
Doherty.
Doherty. No, it's pronounced oddly. I think my dad's from like some weird town in Pennsylvania that like pronounced it weird. I don't know.
Like in my head, I've always been saying like Matt J. Doherty.
Oh, really?
Like Shannon Doherty.
Do you know Jay is my middle name?
Yeah.
How the fuck did you know that?
You told me.
I did?
Yeah.
When?
Like 4 years ago.
Oh. And
I have like a really sharp memory.
On Instagram, I'm at SeaOtter318. I love otters.
Yeah.
I'm an otter.
Exactly. That's why I was like, you are one.
And I love swimming, so sea otter. It's my favorite animal. This has been Poppers and Popcorn. We'll review Overlord next week.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
And we hope that you guys have a great week. Watch some movies. And if you guys want, interact with us on social media.
Oh, yeah. We have a Gmail. poppersandpopcorn@gmail.com if you want to send us mail.
Yes.
Please.
Email us, send us questions, send us conversation pieces, send us whatever you'd like. We'd love to hear from you guys.
We would love to hear from you. All
right. That's it,
this
right?
has been
We're
a good
signing
first
out.
episode.
This has been.
Bye, lovelies.
All right. Bye.
Have a good week.